In the same way that MakersHub's best-in-class document reading capabilities make the bill approval and coding process easier, more data-rich, and more efficient, our payment processing technology allows users to pay their vendors faster, more reliably, and more transparently. Once a bill has been reviewed and approved in MakersHub, it becomes an account payable. Here, users can easily schedule payments. Bills can be sorted and searched by vendor, amount, approver, or invoice number. Bills can be paid in batch form or individually. In order to utilize our payment technology, users must first connect a bank account. This is done easily and securely in the payment settings. Once verified, users can link their bank accounts directly to the corresponding QuickBooks chart of account, which allows MakersHub to automate one-to-one payment-to-bank feed reconciliations, easing a common frustration in the payment accounting process. Paying vendors the way they want to be paid is easy in MakersHub. The first time a user wants to pay a vendor, they have 3 options for establishing those payment instructions. First, users can input the vendor's ACH info. Second, users can input the vendor's address for mailing physical checks. Third, the user can request the vendor populate his or her own selection and information. MakersHub facilitates this process by automating an email request to the vendor. A user can write a personalized message explaining the ask, and MakersHub will allow you to link the open invoices in question directly to the email, rationalizing the request. And then securely input their information. No account or opt-in is required of the vendor. Once a vendor payment method is established and verified, users can schedule payments with ease. A single click is all that is required to earmark payables for payment today, on the due date, or any date desired in the future. Users can perform this action individually or in batch form. Batches can be created by vendor, customer, approver, class, due date, or many other options. Because MakersHub can read and contextualize the entire bill, users can maximize their cash flow efficiency by painlessly capturing and applying net term discounts. MakersHub will display net term discounts as an option to apply for as long as they are available. By simply toggling this button, users can ensure they never pay more than they need to. All of the corresponding changes, due date, payment amount, discount line item on the bill record, etc., are handled automatically by MakersHub. One value of being a fully integrated system is users enjoy a full contextual data thread once a payment has been authorized and initiated. On our payment details page, users can see all of the information that pertains to any payment: the original bill, who approved it, who authorized the payment, the pay from bank details, the pay to details, full ACH trace information, and up to the minute information about where a physical check stands in transit. Never fumble for information again when a vendor calls asking why they haven't been paid. Speed of payments. We don't sit on your money. ACH transactions authorized by 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time are sent same day, or next day for late afternoon authorizations. Checks are cut and mailed by our check centers, one on each coast to optimize for speed, within 24 hours. Vendors love MakersHub. This is not only because we pay fast and provide lots of context for our users, but because we do the same thing for users' vendors. Once a payment has been authorized and scheduled, MakersHub sends a reconciliation email to the vendor. When users are paying multiple invoices at a time, opting to capture discounts, etc., it can be very difficult for a vendor to reconcile what is being paid for. This usually results in phone calls and emails that take time for payors to field. This information is cleanly and automatically disseminated by MakersHub. Cost. It's free. At MakersHub, we believe cost should be transparent. All payment processing by check or ACH is included in the software license fee. There is no incremental billing by transaction or user. At MakersHub, we believe that bill validation and payment authorization are two different questions and should require two discrete approval processes. Authenticating a bill, answering questions like, is this what we ordered? Did we receive it in full? Is the pricing correct? Is very different from authorizing a payment, determining how and when to pay validated bills. In most businesses, different people should be involved in each process. MakersHub facilitates two separate approval processes for these disparate questions. We allow users to design a bill validation workflow that leverages all of the information we extract and contextualize from a bill, and a separate payment authorization workflow. The payment authorization approval replicates the control owners feel by signing and mailing checks, while eliminating all of the hassle.